Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Let's get into it, man. Arsenal. Now, I want Wenger out. I mean, I love the guy, but I want Wenger out. I'm not naive enough to... Well, some fans clearly are, but I'm not naive enough, and I know a lot of you are, to think that a new manager coming in means league titles, means Champions Leagues, means star players, means everything is fixed. No. The problems are deeper than Wenger. Him going is the first step. Certain people that own the club need to go, and certain people behind the scenes, and we only need to have man that want to have one job of bringing Arsenal and making Arsenal the best club in the world, or the best club they can be. Now, with that being said, like, we might even slip further away. Like, well, we finished 5th last year. 6th is looking this year. I mean, if Burnley catch us, it might even be 7th. Arsenal, we deserve to, not to say we deserve it, because the fans don't, but for years we were paying for our complacency and our lackluster approach to football, off and on the pitch. For years we didn't deserve to get top 4, and the wake-up call should have been when we pipped Spurs. I believe when they bottled 5-1 on the last game of the season against Newcastle. That should have been the wake-up call. It didn't happen. Liverpool have gone through a period of not getting top 4 for a sustained period. Spurs definitely know how that feels. United, the most successful club in England, finished 7th, and them things there before. Arsenal fans have been spoilt, so it was really coming, and the club did everything they could to ignore it. But with that being said, a new manager will bring certain things, and I'm keen to see it. Firstly, Bellerin, Mustafi, Xhaka, all of them are playing poorly, and all of them could leave the club for all I care at the moment in time. But I'm keen to see them under another coach. You've got two choices with Xhaka. You either make him a half-back, make him sit in front of the defenders, sit in front of the defenders, or slot in the centre-half role, loosely like Busquets, but completely different. Or you enable him to do what he's normally about, which is, as his own words, he's a false 10, whatever that is. You build a side that's competent defensively to enable him to do that. Obviously, he needs to improve defensively as well, which is why I want to see another coach that will get that out of him. Bellerin, he should be able to be an effective wing-back or right-back. He's not clinical enough in the final third. There was a time he looked like an additional winger. He doesn't. Mustafi, clearly there's some leadership qualities, and clearly there's something in Mustafi, but Wenger isn't the coach to inspire him to improve enough, especially on top of that. You look at Klopp, they ain't won no Premier League title since Klopp's been there, but whether it's Ox, whether it's a Lallana, several other players, even players that left like Origi, they said they're playing for Klopp, they love Klopp. The same goes for Pochettino. Again, ain't won nothing, but the players say that time and time again. City, Kevin, company, all of them say they say Pep is football in university and these sort of things there. So you need to play football nowadays. Is players, they need to be inspired. They need you to do the inspiration for them. You need to inspire your players to have that creative spark. Clearly, Wenger doesn't do that. I mean, even your loyal lieutenants in Ramsey want you to leave. When you that's how you know you've been somewhere too long. When the most loyal people want you to come out. So a better system, another manager was a different approach, harsher on the players, a different approach, and all of these things, and won't let mediocre performances slide without consequences, might get different things out of these players. Like I said, Mustafi, we need to improve him and things like that. Look at Vertonghen and Toby. Like, they're not perfect. They're two of the best centre halves in the Premier League. They're not perfect. Vertonghen at times has made mistakes, and so has Toby from time to time. But 9 times out of 10, they know how to defend. They know each other's roles. They know everybody else's roles. I do not see that with Mustafi or any other person at Arsenal. All Mustafi does is shout from time to time. Well, in fact, time to time, all the time. So yeah, keen to see a proper defensive setup. I'm not saying defensive football. I'm saying we know how to defend, whether it's set pieces, whether it's our approach to games, whether it's the midfield dropping and sniffing danger and helping out their fullbacks, whether it's the shuffling across, whatever it is, just defensive setup, everybody knowing their roles and everyone else's. And on top of that, I want to see us more effective on the other side of the pitch in front of goal. Clearly we don't score enough goals. We ain't got the money or the talent that City have up front. We haven't got Liverpool have signed some 30 dons and they're scoring a lot of goals. But really and truly, and I know they ain't played together too tough if they have, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Mesut Ozil, Aaron Ramsey, all of these players, Ozil doesn't, you wouldn't have him synonymous with scoring, but he's shown in the last two years he's improving that. Ramsey gets goals when he can, and them two have been scoring goals in their respective leagues at their previous clubs. Should a side with all of these players and a side that's as like Arsenal, that claims to be as creative, and people say you would love your football here, we should be scoring goals. I'm not saying City and Liverpool we should be scoring more, but we should be nearer to them. Still be far away, but nearer. There's no way in March that our top goal scorer, Lacazette, who hasn't played in hasn't played in weeks, and when he was here, he was lacking confidence. He weren't scoring. He's got 9 goals, and we're in March. That shows you we're not effective up there. And while we're talking up there, I'd love to see us learn how to press together. Again, Liverpool, look how they press. Again, City, look how they press. You see what I'm saying? this is what Arsenal need to bring into the team. Whether it's pressing together, whether it's marking zonally or marking man for man, there needs to be more pride in that. More people putting their heads in. I mean, we saw it last year. West Brom, Oxlade-Chamberlain isn't at the club anymore, and Ramsey won't be. In my opinion, for within the next year or so, he won't be either. Both of them didn't fancy putting their heads in or marking at set pieces, and 2 of our goals came from that at West Brom away last year. So yeah, game management, whether it's in big games where we need to win the first 10 minutes and see where it takes us, games we're expected to lose, whether it's games where we need to be on the front foot, whether it's times where we need to realise, okay, we're not going to score anymore, let's see the game out. We don't do none of these things at Arsenal. And with that needs to be tied in individual errors. Cech especially, I heard he's made 11 errors 11 errors leading to goals. That cannot be true. But Cech, I know he's made a lot of errors, but he cannot made 11 this season. If he has, my word. And even if he hasn't, let's move away from the numbers. We know Cech, Mustafi, Koscielny. There's been a lot of man this season, whether they're midfielders, whether they're Ozil as well. They've made mistakes leading to goals, so clearly there's a problem. I don't believe there's enough. We don't respect defending. We don't respect not losing the ball in dumb areas and things like that. Even Iwobi, Brighton almost scored because he's trying to play dumb passes and he got clapped and they almost tried to score in the second half or whatever. I want to see consequences for poor games, but I'm so sure I've said that already. The next gaffer ultimately will have a hell of a lot of work to do. You need a lot of help. I mean, Wenger ingrained himself so much in that one person won't be able to do this enough. We won't see instant results and things like that. Hell, he might not even be able to deliver successful fixtures within a sustained period. But we need to thingy, man. A change needs to happen. So ultimately, above all, for me personally, I need to wake up, whether we're playing on a Thursday or ideally on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, Champions League, or on a Sunday. I need to wake up with some inspiration. Whether we're going to win or lose, know that there's going to be pride in this year. Just damn right excitement to see my team played. And that doesn't matter if you're a City fan, if you support Barnet. That's what football's about at the base level, away from trophies and all of that. It's about waking up, feeling part of something, seeing heart. And time again, it's been a nightmare to watch Arsenal, quite frankly. It's been enjoyable for my viewers that don't support Arsenal and that. But shout out to you guys. Guys, Delulu Lagoon on YouTube and Golo Kante. Thank you for watching me. I'm out.